One of the biggest things, I believe, is how your surroundings impact the person you are and will become in the future. And that is why you want to make certain that you're in an environment that reflects the kind of person you truly are. Hi everyone, welcome back. And today I want to talk about how your surroundings impact the person you are. And sometimes we don't even realize how greatly our environment and our surroundings and the people around us affect us. And we become them, or they become us, or how there's a correlation in the environment we're in and the person we're going to become. I think that being consumed by people who are not ambitious, don't have strong values, do not take this precious life seriously, and who are not kind to people, just don't have genuine, good, strong hearts, are not the kind of people you should ever sit at a table with. And I'm not saying that every single person in your life has to be exactly the same as you, because it's so important to be friends with different diverse friend groups and people so you learn different things and experience different things. And there could be something completely missing from your life that you could love in a different kind of person that you would never imagine yourself hanging out with. I mean, especially when I was younger and really in a close, selective kind of friend group, in middle school. That's the biggest time when it's these weird small friend groups with lots of drama. And I didn't want to be friends with these certain people because I was like, oh, she's in that friend group, she's in a weird group. And then in high school I became friends with these people, and now I'm still friends with these people, and they're some of my best friends. But I would never have known if I didn't make the effort to reach out and expand beyond my circle of people. I believe that especially in your teen years, when you are extremely overwhelmed and stressed and trying to find yourself, the last thing you need are poor influences and people to drag you down. I believe us as humans are capable of great things, like breaking free from the herds and understanding how much our environments affect our life choices and the way that our brains work. I'm gonna give a personal example. So when I transferred to a new school, it was a very unique group of people with a lot of unique personalities and very extroverted personality types with a lot of expression and creativity. I went this was at my performing arts high school for musical theater. And I thought it was great how I was around all these expressive people who just wanted to create and do amazing things with all their talent. But as I got to know these people throughout the year, I realized they were filled with insecurity and they were very judgmental. Everyone would talk about each other behind each other's backs. And I was so confused because I thought that I'd become friends with everyone, because it's small, it's a small group of people and we're together every single day for hours. And these people sort of had issues with everyone, but also issues with themselves, and those were not the kind of people, that's not the kind of person I am, so that's not the kind of people I really wanted to surround myself with. I felt as if I was being drained by their negative energy. And please don't get me wrong, I am still best friends with a lot of these people, and they're such key parts and important people in my life, and I love them dearly. But I didn't quite understand how badly this environment could truly affect me and was affecting me. I started to feel insecure about things that I never felt insecure about, but because they kind of brought it to my attention. And I was like, oh, these people suck up to every single one of our teachers, are constantly paranoid that they're doing something wrong in class, think that everything's a crisis in class when they do something wrong or are not 100% perfect. We're all here to learn and we're all here to grow. But I felt like their insecurities made me question myself as well too. And I used to be a very insecure, self-conscious person about what she was doing and all the things. But I've learned after leaving toxic friend groups of really insecure people how to truly love myself for myself. And I think these people didn't quite understand that. One thing is, as I started to get closer to some of these people and they would freak out over really small things like, oh, I'm never good enough. I can't hit that note. I can't get that dance move correctly. I would kind of be like, hey, like, you're working so hard and you're doing your best and you're going to get it. You're going to accomplish it because you're working so incredibly hard and you have so much talent, but it takes time. And I know that a lot of my friends really appreciated that kind of perspective, that I brought the perspective of, you're gonna get there. You are gonna get there because you're here for a reason and you have talent for a reason, and you're going to accomplish your goals and you're going to get the proper steps and all the proper information of everything. It just takes time. Like, nothing's gonna happen in an instant. I always felt the most confident and the most spiritual when I'm surrounded by people who build me up, people who support me, people who love me and appreciate me for me. And I feel like together our confidence and heartfelt like kindness just grows because we're building each other up, and we're not talking behind each other's backs or tearing each other down. We're being honest with each other too. If there's something that we're not happy with, that we don't like, or something hard that's going on in our lives, I always know that I can talk to certain groups of people. And for me, that group of people are my Greek friends from my church. We're all so connected. They're literally my family. Like, all these people are my family, and I know I can always rely on them. We're always gonna have a good time, and it just feels so refreshing. Every time I get home from hanging out with any of these people, I feel refreshed and I feel confident and I feel like a good person. I feel like I left that hangout doing everything right, and it was amazing. Like, you know when you hang out with people and then you get home and you get like a weird heavy feeling in your heart, and you feel it in your stomach and your throat and everywhere. You just feel like something's dragging you down and something heavy. I kind of felt that way around some people I used to hang out with last year, and it's not like a fun feeling, because what did you spend the whole hangout doing? Talking about other people, being on your phone, like not really doing fun activities or having good quality conversations with people. I feel like that's so important, like really getting past the small talk and diving in. I want to know about you. I want to know everything about you. Let's lay it all out and let's talk, because I want us to feel comfortable around each other, just like that goes for relationships. I feel I see too many of my friends and people I love in my life staying in terrible environments, whether it's relationships or friend groups, and they always make excuses like, oh, but I feel bad, I've connected so well with them and I love them. And I feel like some people sort of bond together in a sort of toxic insecurity, judgmental little connection bond way, which is not the kind of energy you should ever build your relationship or friendship on. Many of my friends would make like excuses about their partner, their friends, like, oh, you know, my boyfriend he has a lot going on, like at home, and he can't take me out on a date, or he can't text me or hang out with me, or he's just been rude to me because he has a lot going on at home. Okay, well, why is he in a relationship then? You should never be in a relationship with a kind of person who is not secure in themselves or knows how to communicate how they feel, willing to accept the fact that, hey, you know, what I'm doing is wrong, I'm not treating you right, you don't deserve that. People want to stay friends with people that they've been friends with who aren't good people, but they've been friends since they were kids and can't let that friendship go. People change, and in good ways and in bad ways. People grow, but people also can turn into not good people that are not the kind of people that you used to hang out with, but just bad influences, and not the kind of people that you should surround yourself with. Especially when it's like, I've had this friend group for so long and we've all been best friends, but now it's like these people are turning towards drugs. These people are becoming like crude, terrible, bad-mouthing people, and they're like trying to salvage this friend group that used to be, but there's nothing, because if they wanted to still be friends with you and wanted to maintain this amazing, sweet friend group that you've had since you were children, then they wouldn't have turned towards these terrible things and turned into not good people. You should never bring yourself lower just because these other people in your life who you used to call your friends are low. I'm not saying that you must completely avoid and part from people in your life who don't align with your soul, because there are insecure people everywhere. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be around people who bring you down. Then that just ruins you and your life. And that's not worth it at all. And if people truly love you and want to make a difference in your life and their own life and stay closely connected to you, then they're gonna be willing, they should be willing to make a change and be like, hey, I haven't been a good friend. I haven't maintained this friendship or this relationship well because of my deep insecurities and my issues, but I'm gonna work at it because I can see that you've worked at it. So I want to do the same thing because I don't want to lose you. That's a very mature thing to say that I barely hear anymore. I'm saying to pay closer attention to how you feel after being in certain environments with certain kinds of people. If you start to pay closer attention to your physical state, your emotional state after leaving a party, leaving a hangout, leaving anywhere, think about how you feel afterwards and how that benefited you and how it made you feel. And also, being in environments a lot, good or bad, see how if you do mimic those people's behavior, it could be good, it could be positive, but it also could be bad. Like, you're around people who curse a lot, like simply something like that. You're around people who curse a lot and you start cursing more, but you're just not that kind of person who has like a bad mouth. Think about what that does. I truly believe being around supportive, motivated people can encourage confidence, ambition, and positive habits to help you grow, you yourself grow. And isn't that the main thing? We're trying to improve our lives because we're the ones that have to live it at the end of the day. Growing up in a stressful or negative environment can increase anxiety or anger, insecurity. And I get that. I just think it's really important to be able to heal yourself and to jump out of that surrounding an environment that you've been in that's toxic and not going to help you become the person you want to be in the future. Being willing to take that jump, take that risk, and want to make a change. It's just like the thing, you are who your parents are because your parents and your family raised you. So obviously you're going to be like them. And how do you want to be? Do you want to be just like your family and your friends because they've done so many incredible things and have so many beautiful things to offer to the world and to life? Or do you want to be nothing like them, and do you want to be your own person who breaks free from that toxic surrounding and environment? And that's for you to decide. That's your decision to make. Calm, clean, and organized spaces often improve focus and mental health, while loud, chaotic places can increase stress and distraction. And another thing is culture, family, school, friendships also shape your values and your personality and the way that you see the world. So how do you see the world beyond what your parents say, what your siblings say, what your grandparents say, what your best friends say? How do you see the world? What are your values? What's your personality? Figure all that out. Focus on your surrounding. What is your current situation and surrounding look like? And what do you want your surrounding to look like? And how do you think it should look based on the person that you are? I think it's really important to reflect on your surrounding. And I think that's something I'm doing every single day. Every time I hang out with people, you are who you're friends with, right? How do I feel afterwards? Do I feel fulfilled and refreshed and good? Or do I feel like I've just been dragged down and all my self-worth and values being compromised? I hope that everyone enjoyed today's topic, how your surroundings impact the person you are. You are all so loved and so amazing and so beautiful and capable of so many great things. And don't forget that. Thank you. Bye.